Greetings everyone, Jonathan here, and today is June 13th, 2011, and it is also the 6-year anniversary of Plagiarism Today. That's right, on June 13th, 2005, I penned the very first article for Plagiarism Today, and though the site didn't technically get pushed live for another month and a half or so, I wanted to spend some time blogging kind of in private. This was the day the very first post in Plagiarism Today history was written, so 6 years running, and here we are. Now, the reason I'm coming before the camera today is to announce that we are getting ready to launch a brand new template for Plagiarism Today, a brand new theme. I'm going to showcase in just a minute, but I want to take you back through a bit of history of Plagiarism Today, sort of show how the design has evolved over the years, and give you guys a brief glimpse at some of the radical theme changes that have taken place in the past 6 years of PT's history. Now, before I go off and do that, I want to really quickly talk about the current PT theme, and I want to explain why I feel the need to do an upgrade of the PT theme right now. And it has nothing to do with my dislike or distaste for the existing theme. The existing theme, being Membo by Darren Hoyt, is an absolutely great theme. The problem is that a lot of the code in that theme is 4 years old, possibly even a little bit older. I don't know when Darren actually started work on it. It's showing its age, and I've been doing my personal best to maintain it, but there's only so much I can do. I'm not that good of a PHP coder, and frankly, I don't trust myself to continue to maintain this theme for much, much longer. So it was time to man up, get a theme development framework, and get started on something at least, a little bit more robust, if you will. But with that in mind, let's go back in time and showcase some of the really bad designs Plagiarism Today has had. And I'm going to take you over to my other monitor, and I'm going to disappear now, and we're going to walk you through the history of PT themes. What you see on your screen now is actually the very first theme PT had. This was the one it had when it launched in August 2005. Like I said, the formal launch came a little bit after the first article was written. And honestly, I'm a little embarrassed to show this. By the way, all these old themes coming courtesy of the Internet Archive at archive.org. It showcases a lot of problems I had with the early days of PT. One of them being I was very new to WordPress theme development. I had no idea what I was really doing. I had done static sites and I had done some work for movable type, but this was my first experience with WordPress. I was really not sure what was going on. It just isn't a very good theme in my opinion. The colors are very muddy. The image had nothing to do with plagiarism whatsoever. And it really also showcases how new WordPress was as a blogging platform at the time, too. This was, I believe, right around version 2.0 of WordPress. So WordPress has come a long way since this theme and this site was launched. This theme didn't hang around very long. I kind of developed it as the test theme for the site during those months where I was blogging, not intending it to be a public thing. But I had to launch the site kind of urgently, and when I did, I kind of used the theme I did with the idea that I was going to go back quickly and upgrade it. But Hurricane Katrina happened, life happened, and it ended up not being until about February, March of the next year that I was able to change it, and it became this. This theme, I think, was a little bit more solid. The image, at least I can claim, had something to do with PT, even though I don't necessarily like the way the Plagiarism Today text is displayed. It's definitely a lot more of a crisp, clean theme. It doesn't muddy, and it kind of began to trademark black and white that I've tried to use with PT ever since. Black, white, and red, I should say, ever since. It's a very solid blog theme. Overall, I kind of like it still. I never really hated this theme. But PT slowly began to evolve. I added a podcast. I began to think about adding a 3-count column. And as such, it became less just one steady stream of data, one steady stream of information on the site. And it became multiple pieces of information coming at you from multiple places. And I wanted a new theme that represented that and also modernized it. And another problem with this was decidedly, like I said, a blog theme. Right around 2008, PT began to take off as a business. Copyright consulting became my full-time job. I kind of wanted a theme that was a little bit more business-like, a little bit more professional, and showcased that element of my site a little better. And with that came what we think of now as the existing theme, which is this. This is one of the earlier versions. It was actually the earliest one archive.org had preserved. This one's from September 2008, even though the actual theme went live about a month earlier. Very simple, very clean layout, and this was the one based on Membo. As I've said, I really like this theme. I really like this template, even if the archive.org breaks a lot of the image links. A lot of things about it I truly did like, and still do like, honestly. And if the code itself wasn't falling apart, I probably would keep it. But that being said, here is your first look at the brand new theme for Plagiarism Today. Here it is. As you can see, not a lot actually changes with this theme. The nav bar is in the same place. The nav bar was something missing from the first two iterations of the site. We still have the big featured article area, but now the copyright news, also known as the 3-count column, and the podcast, the Copyright 2.0 show, get very prominent placement right there in that featured article section, something they don't have right now. That's pretty much the biggest change, in all honesty, so redoing that. Also, the archives below, I'll scroll down a little bit here. You'll see quickly, got the 2-column archives. The sidebar remains effectively the same, so that won't change. And that's pretty much the layout direction I'm going. I'll show you really quickly a single article post. Not a lot changes here. It's very similar. The font, I think, is a little more readable. I've focused a little bit more on typography. But basically, as Patrick O'Keefe put it when I showed it to him a little while ago, he said it's not a new direction, it's a new coat of paint. I think that's exactly what I'm trying to do here. If anyone is looking at this theme and doesn't know where to find something they've been using for a long time, then I have failed in my mission. But that being said, this is built upon the Headway theme development framework, much more robust in terms of what it can do, much more user-friendly for me in manipulating and editing it. I've really enjoyed working with Headway, and I'm actually going to do a video review of Headway sometime in the next week or so stay tuned for that. But long story short, this is the new theme of Plagiarism Today. I will be giving everyone access to the test site in a few hours, and sometime after that, we'll be soliciting feedback, and probably this Saturday, sometime during the day, right during the peak slow time from Plagiarism Today, I'll be pushing this theme live. I'll have a full post on this later. There are several limitations to this test site that you need to be aware of when you get ready to test it. But long story short, this is the direction I'm heading. I'm interested to know what you think, and I hope you like it.